It's interesting, because when you think about the way that people behave, there are these little, almost hidden patterns that shape how we feel, how we act, and even how we connect with others, aren't there? It's almost as if there's an invisible thread that weaves through our interactions. And if you pay attention, you can see how these threads guide us, shape us. So imagine for a moment how simple it could be to understand what makes something interesting, what makes them seem like they belong. And perhaps you've noticed something yourself. When someone walks into a room, what's the first thing you think? It's almost like you've already made a judgment, right? You've decided in a split second how likeable they are, how competent they seem, how self-assured they appear. Without even saying a word, you've already assessed them with such clarity. And if you're like most people, you trust that judgment, even when it's wrong, because somehow you believe it to be true. Now let's think about something else for a moment. What if I told you, when you're bored, it's not because there's nothing to do. No, it's actually because there's something missing. So when the person you're with, or the situation you're in, isn't stimulating enough, isn't captivating enough to keep your mind engaged. It's the difference between feeling connected and not quite there, right? It's so fascinating because when someone's name starts with letter A or B, there's actually a study that shows they tend to get higher grades than someone whose name starts with a C or a D. Isn't that curious? It's almost like we're primed right from the start by something as simple as a letter, something as subtle as that. And then if you think about pets, ever wonder what they say about a person? Fish owners, they tend to be the happiest pet owners, almost like the simplicity, the calm of the water resonates with them. Dogs, they're playful, energetic, they bring joy, fun, excitement to people around them. Cats, on the other hand, they bring a certain dependability, loyalty, and emotional sensitivity. Each pet a different vibe, a different way of connecting with the world. And the people who choose them. Fascinating, isn't it? And here's something even more curious. When someone speaks badly about us, or when we feel left out, rejected, notice how the brain reacts. It's almost like you can feel it, right? That sting, that discomfort. But the thing is, the pain you're feeling, the hurt from rejection, is the same physical pain. The same area of the brain that lights up. And that's why rejection can feel so much like an injury. It's why you're afraid of messing up, of reaching out, of being rejected. So imagine this for a moment. You're feeling lonely, maybe disconnected. Have you ever noticed how it can affect you physically? Your immune system can actually weaken when you feel isolated and alone. It's almost like the more disconnected we feel, the more fragile our body becomes. It's because that connection is essential. When you truly understand this, everything changes. You start to see being connected with others, understanding them. It's as important to your well-being as anything else. And think about this. 96% of people think they're more emotionally intelligent than they actually are. It's almost like we don't realise how much we're missing out, how much we could improve until it's already too late. There's the boiling frog syndrome. Ever hear of that? The way things gradually get worse without us noticing until we're in real trouble. And isn't it interesting how the time of day affects how we operate? Night owls tend to be creative, impulsive, even risky, while morning people, they're logical, disciplined, and they aim to please. And then there's a fascinating concept, the Dunbar number. The idea we can only maintain around 150 meaningful connections before we lose deep relationships. When it comes to close-knit groups, the number shrinks even further to around 12. Almost like our brains, they're wired to handle that many connections, no more, no less. Now if we were to look at someone, truly look at them, you'd see there's something magnetic, something charismatic about them. Charisma, it isn't about being loud or extroverted. It's a combination of warmth and competence. Both have to be there for someone to truly captivate you. But if someone's warm but lacks competence, you might feel pity for them and dismiss them. Cold and incompetent, you feel contempt. But warmth combined with confidence and competence, that is when you admire and respect them. That's true, authentic charisma. You see the difference, don't you? It's the energy they project and how they make you feel, without even saying a word. It's all connected, isn't it? Everything we do, every interaction we have, is based on these underlying patterns. We each have these unique set of talents, intelligences and skills, from logical to mathematical to musical, visual spatial, body kinesthetic, linguistic, interpersonal, and even naturalistic intelligence. When you understand these patterns in yourself and others, you begin to see the world in a whole new way. You see how you can leverage your own strengths, and you can help others to tap into theirs. And of course, there's the rule. Treat others as they would like to be treated. This is where you truly start to bond with people, where the connection becomes effortless. You get to know their needs, their way of communicating, their boundaries, and by doing this, you don't just make them feel good, you build trust. You create that emotional bank account, making deposits with every interaction, filling them with positive energy, with the goodness that you find just beneath the surface. And isn't it incredible? Because people, they don't always remember what you did or what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel. That feeling, that connection, it lasts. The beauty of this process is, when you understand these invisible threads that connect us, you unlock the power of influence, to connect, to truly make a difference. It's all there, just waiting for you to see it, to use it, and to grow with it.